Sanding of the hull is over, so now I need to fare the hull and attach at least 3, 5, whatever layers of epoxy paint, and on top of that a couple of layers of anti-fouling paint. So most spots for fairing we use this half-time polyester-based thing, but several spots I've got with based on epoxy. So for epoxy covered surface, it's better use epoxy-based filler. So I use this West System 410 filler with the West System epoxy. Well, I mix some amount of that thickener, but this is not Kappa Seal. I probably have to make it more thicker than now. Yeah, need experience. It's just falling down now. Well, I made this stuff thicker, but I don't know how thick, how many material I should put it on to mix it with epoxy. I don't know. Anyway, I managed to mix it enough, and I cover some even the deeper pinholes. And from this side, I cover the rudder a little bit and some spot over here. So probably I will mix another batch and try it again. Just need to more practice, I guess. This is it. So let's do it. Well, what I want to say about 410 thickener. It's actually cool stuff. First of all, I have a lot of time to work with. So I work with the batch like maybe 40 minutes going all around the vessel and, patching in there and here, and then it still was kind of not cured. Yeah, the other side is, I have to wait until it completely cured. It takes at least a day. So we'll wait until tomorrow then to see. I cover a lot of holes all around. Well, the main problem when you do such a thing, the fairing, you kind of like go around, don't see anything, like you go closer and you see a lot of deep spots. And you cover it and then go around again and find another 10. So it's kind of challenging. Anyway, I feel what I found, and we'll wait until that cure it, and then probably have to do it again and again several times. I also put those things, the little ones, which is very deep kind of pinholes, but we'll see. If it's will be okay, I will not need to be sanding at all. Also, I covered that tail here. It doesn't really flat actually. I have to sand it down, maybe put another layer or maybe a couple of layers on top of that. So that's okay. Another day, old fairing is cured. So let's sand this down. Well, it's actually really cool stuff. It's easy to sand. It's getting flat in the end. Not really many issues found, and it's epoxy based. So yeah, it's really cool stuff, and you probably could start. And I sand it down whatever around and wash it. I decided to check thru-holes and actually started from motor compartment. This is what I took it off. It was actually moving all around, so I don't know. It was backed up with a piece of plywood, and I took it out pretty much easy. And I want to send this whole thing down, and probably I need to do some backup from the other end. So yeah, it's a good time to do it. I mark this what was it, about 5-inch ring here, and I'm going to sand this down and make several layers of tapered glass, and then I will put this nut back on top of that. The surface is clean now, and I cannot imagine anymore to open anything without the silicone inside. So no silicone anymore in there, so it's all clean, ready to go. Preparing stencils, it's gonna be, 6 layers? I think it should be enough. The tabs are ready. I cut it from 17/8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this whole stuff will go to that place I send it down. And I believe it will be really rock solid. Right here. Well, this section is done. I put the peel ply on 6 layers of fiberglass cloth and just waiting for curing. I also sand it down from the other side. They just make it more flatter and it will be easy to cut a hole through this structure in the end. I put another layer of fairing compound around, so waiting until this cured. Well, it's completely cured right now, so let's peel it off. And the only thing you need to do is just sand a little bit and drill a hole and put that thru-hole back in place. The other side of thru-hole surface is sanded down. I don't know, there was some dirt in there. So I sand it down here and also here. Yeah, it's now smooth and beautiful. Probably I will paint first and then put this thru-hole on after the painting. I don't know. There is another thru-hole on the stern for drainage. So it should come off as well too. It's moving. I hammered down this thru-hole and I'm planning to build a backing up over here. And also I'm going to close that space as well. Just need to shorten those bolts and cover the epoxy. The surfaces are prepared right now. It's nice and clean. But I saw some dripping on this spot, so I will probably leave it for tomorrow and let it dry overnight. It's late anyway, so we'll see you tomorrow. Another day. And yesterday I was fighting with this valve actually. Tried to remove it and, you know, I don't really like it, you know what, it's rusty and the handle is going, moving everywhere around. You can turn it around, you can bend it in, bend it out. I don't like it. But the most problem is that the most unseen problem is, so if I close that stuff, then inside there are rusted away ball, which has a deeper signs of corrosion actually. So this stuff is not really holding the water anymore. It's not reliable. So that's why I decided to change this stuff. And I got those fittings from a local store. It's not really crazy expensive. It's just like, well, it has to be done anyway. So I decided to change all valves everywhere, even that little one for the toilet. And yeah, it's just need to be done once and forget about this for next many years. And yeah, I like it. Just feels fresh. And this stuff is really old, just garbage. Yeah, those valves in the toilet not really looks really well. The handles are rusted, and probably I will replace those as well. Anyway, I have them all. The only problem will be just I need to disassemble this whole structure, and it's kind of like pain in behind to do so. I gotta heat up those hoses, take it off, and put it back again. And this wall should come off as well. All hose clamps are undone, so I'm going to use my magic tool for removing the hoses. Just hit these spots and it will fly away super easy. No need to cut the hose, no need to break anything. It's just straightforward. This is it. It's super easy. This hose was for the sink drainage, so 2 more to go. 2 hoses are removed, 1 left to go, and I removed this wall. Yeah, it's kind of removable. It's not final project yet, but kind of a middle point. So let's take this off. This hose fell off in 3 seconds. So this is very important tool for hydraulics. Just no way. Both valves are gone, so I just need to make sure or make decision whether they are going to remove this thru-hole or not. The nuts are undone halfway, so I've got the piece of plywood and I will try to hammer it down. Yeah, we'll see. Well, this thru-hole is just a no-go version. So I gotta cut it down completely. These old bronze just smash it off and remove it and destroy it in order to open it. I don't know. Well, it actually looks fine. The thickness of the metal is still okay. So probably I just use a Sikaflex 291 to bed that nut and put it back again and keep it. Well, I don't see other reason why should I remove it. It looks okay, and from the other side I just need to sand it down a bit. Here's the valve. Well, I would say the same story, all scratched the surfaces and probably not holding very well the water, and yeah, it should come off and land it up in recycling facility somewhere. And yeah, the other one looks same way, the handle is rusted and inside is not so good, and scratches inside. So, oh, by the way, this thru-hole is kind of moving, so I think it will go out pretty much easy. It will be replaced with a new one. One thru-hole just fell off. Yeah, this is garbage. It's no use anymore. So I will send it down and put new one. And yeah, it's a good idea that. And the rest is yeah, looks okay actually. The other one in head. I will cut pieces for the backing of that stern thru-hole, and also this shaft sleeve holder. Yeah, and this will be two sections. One is for the thru-hole, and the other one to cover those bolts. And yeah, and then after that I will come back to fairing the hull. I cut 1708 pieces. There will be 2 layers for the bolts and 2 layers for overall, and 8 another layers for the thru-hole backing. So yeah, let's do it. I found another place to doing some job, very comfortable here. So I will wash these surfaces with acetone, and I got everything ready, like cap, mixing cap with the mixer, stick, whole fiberglass, 105 resin, and hardener. I put the hardener with some kind of warm box. I keep it actually in the fridge to make cold. Also, I've got everything ready, and gloves, acetone, everything else, napkins. First layer will be resin with Cabasil. I want to fill all gaps, whatever voids in there, and then put several layers of 1708 cloth. And then cover this whole thing with the peel ply material. Everything is installed and ready for curing. So I will probably install the whole thing back tomorrow. I want to fix this old problem with the sump pump here for the shower. Well, I got a crack here actually, so the resin cured too fast, and then well, I will probably fill this surface with the gel coat, maybe 1-2 layers I got left over here. And this is not waxed gel coat, so I will cover this whole thing afterwards with the PVA. So it should be okay. Yeah, it is 30 degrees Celsius right now, so I have to move really fast. I'll put 200 milliliters of gel coat and go back for fairing. It appears as such a hole from the bottom, so I will drill a hole and put a fitting back. I masked the waterline with the tape all around. Well, I'm not sure how straight is that, but looks like it's straight. But I actually lifted up that waterline a little bit, just to be on safe side. Yeah, it looks kind of straight. I don't know. I don't have a laser level to see where am I, but I just used the old signs of all the waterline to make this thing up. So we'll see. I added several more layers of the masking tape on top of that, and I just need to sand it down last time, wash it, clean it, vacuum, and ready to paint. Yeah, maybe I will do something else. I don't know. Have to check it out. Well, the thoughts are not leaving my mind to removing these through holes, and I actually did research that how other guys are doing this. So I built this jig with the long bolt. So I push it through, and I got another piece of wood with a center hole here and a washer nut that will go to the other side, and that plank will be sitting resting on the other two pieces, which will be pushing through the hole. This is a general idea. Just screw the nut in and it should go. Yeah, I tightened it up, and probably need to cut a little bit those silicone or whatever it is underneath. Well, it's really well done. I already used the heat gun to, burn it. No, it doesn't go. I don't know. It's actually nothing holds it. It's just sitting in the hull. Probably somebody get used at 5200 to get it in. Well, looks like it start moving 2 millimeters off, and yeah, let's keep going. What to say? Exciting. Here you go. Remove the through hole, and actually it's the hole is good and the through hole is still good, so I will probably sand it down, wash it, clean it, and put it back again. It's not a big deal, and I'm not gonna touch the other one. I sanded down the threads. Yeah, it's like new one. So I just need to put it back. Well, I don't know, maybe I will leave this as is, so just sand it. Two through holes are clean now, and yeah, ready for installation. I will probably go sand down this fairing. I drilled a hole for the through hole where I put, what is it, 8 layers of 1708. So what I can see is about almost 10 millimeter thickness, which is, yeah, I told that before that it will be about 1.1 millimeter per layer. It's roughly the same. It's plus minus tolerance, and how did I fill it in or whatever. So this laminate is cured right now. Let's remove that peel ply. Yeah, looks pretty much solid actually than it was before. And this I don't need it. I can fall down, clean the floor anyway. So the thickness about like 15 millimeters roughly, all about, but yeah, pretty much a lot. And this section also cured, so let's remove peel ply as well. So now the bolts and nuts are covered, and this is like generally for putting something on like, I don't know, gas tank or whatever, jerry can, not scratching the bottom of it. So yeah, it looks okay. So I just need to paint on top of that, and will be okay. So just need to put back the through hole in the end. I washed the hull. I believe it's the last time before we do painting tomorrow. Well, it's you know what? It's a lot of kind of pinholes or some spots which it's impossible to tackle all of them. Actually, you just feel one, and next pass you just realize there's a bunch of more left over, and go back and forth. Anyway, I'm happy what we've done, and I will end up video now. And if you like this video, hit thumbs up, subscribe, and leave comment down below. Thank you. Bye.